or that I did not paint, because I could be honest.
Oh wait, do I have music still playing in the? Oh.
Yep.
Yes. When I got in, I was just like, "Why is?
I was
am
like,
hearing
I just
music?
gave you guys a playlist. Why is it going?
Oh, I guess I can just do the playlist then. I see
Yeah.
how it is.
Well, I figured the playlist was easier.
Is there a
'Cause it's-
specific song we need to start
No,
on?
it's just ambient fae music.
Okay.
Whimsical.
Do the Fae like jazz?
Oh, I have to get into my Spotify to listen to it. Okay. If I can remember my Spotify.
I need to get Spotify.
It's a pain in the ass, I'm not gonna lie. Actually, I'm gonna get out of that playlist because it's gonna do ad after ad after ad and I'm gonna murder somebody.
Well, then I'm not gonna even bother. Huh.
Hold up, we'll do this because
I'm not a fan of the fact that there's Witcher songs on there. No. No.
There's
Get
what?
out. There's Witcher songs on there.
You're live, right?
Get out.
I am live. I cannot get
There.
freaking Rhythm Bot to get back into my server for some reason.
Well, let's see if that works.
Here's what we'll do. Here's what we're gonna do for music because this works
Turn on
easier.
all the lights.
We're gonna do.
Make me a little less creepy.
We're gonna do Two Steps from Hell.
That
I think.
one's not gonna.
I'm
Do,
gonna try
do,
hosting
do, do.
you.
No, we're not because it might get VOD muted for that.
What you do? Oh,
Yeah,
I hear a bunch of noises in my Streamlabs.
Thank
Oh,
you
I
for
was
the
gonna say,
bunch of noises.
on my
I
end.
hear
or,
noises. Oh, you, thank you for the sub, and Batty, thank you for the host.
you're welcome.
You're welcome. Oh, so Batty, we were discussing the old people one shot that we're wanting to play in, and we were like, we should have Schmoogs play Mr. Six again.
Schmoog.
Schmoogin.
Yeah, no.
Do you remember Mr. Six?
I don't quite, but oh, I do. Holy shit!
Remember when she did the Six Flags guy?
I remember. God damn it. Oh, that would be great. Oh yeah, no, I'll ask her and see if she would be interested.
I can message her later, it's fine, but it's just, we were talking about it and we were like, you know what'd be good for this? Schmoogin.
Yeah.
Because then all the old people can just get off a bus.
Yeah.
Freaking loves old people.
I love old people.
Or playing
are
old
great.
people rather.
A lot of people liked Felix, I was really surprised.
Yeah.
Well, it's because he carried us. Because he did it.
Felix got like 4 hit points on that guy.
Shut up.
Felix
Jeez.
thinks he won the fight.
Carried us, Ori.
Okay.
Don't crush his self-confidence.
What?
Exactly.
He tanked for us.
Ah, my job is done here. Goodbye.
Oh my god, is he like. Except for actually. No. It's like
Goodbye.
Tuxedo Mask.
He-
Just throwing, my work is done here. Goodbye. It's like, you didn't do anything.
But you didn't do anything. I know. Goodbye. Goodbye. Alright, let me do a test roll to see if the wind is actually picking this up.
Nope.
Let's do. We'll
Mess up.
roll this to see if the rolls is working.
Do the rolls roll?
Yes, Nico's character sheet in here. Myth. Don't.
Oh, I was also seeing something else.
Hmm.
That I shouldn't have been seeing.
What?
Don't worry about it.
Was it my character sheet?
Yeah.
I can see. Well, I can see the title of Helgrim's. I can't see Helgrim's sheet though.
Good.
You shouldn't be
I can
able
see
to
Helgrim's name.
see into her sheet. You should just be able to
No,
see the name.
no, I can't see into hers.
It's basically just the bio info stuff.
Why is my camera,
it's
like,
just
bouncing?
on the display in the middle? I can see her name and her actual name.
Now you can't.
Oh yeah, it's just.
I
Nothing
mean,
I'm-
it wasn't really going to be a secret.
I mean, yeah, that plus I wouldn't even fucking remember by the time it becomes actually relevant.
Okay. Alright, well, let's get this lovely Fae fuckery party started, yeah? So I open the notebook
Hey,
of
fuckery.
the death note. I'm just gonna get some duct tape, and I'm gonna write death note in like really shady letters on the front.
Do it.
But it's gonna be like fairy death note.
Yeah. It's just all pink and glitter.
It's just gonna write my player characters, and it's gonna be all in like, it's gonna look like glitter puke.
Make sure
Why?
you write some of the
Why
letters
do you do this?
horizontally. It's gotta be authentic.
I just write it in Japanese in glitter puke.
Hey, dishwasher.
All right here.
Hey, Dish.
Okay. Alright, so last time you guys followed the Spring Sentinel out to the docks where he was fighting one of the resistance members named Rothius, or aka Fox, to those of you who know him, and well, all of you know now that he is a shapeshifter. He is a fox. You enter combat with a lovely elderly gentleman who decided to assist you in the combat. Felix the turtle. Best turtle. He promptly disappeared after winning the fight for you. And then he, oh no, you guys moved your cameras around.
I'm sorry, my computer just completely lagged out.
Hold on, let me fix it. Felix came in, helped the fight. Nobody is where they belong but me. Fuck it, you know what? I'm just gonna move the names because that's just easier.
I guess I'm V now.
Alright.
So sorry, I couldn't control that.
Alright, everybody
It
sit
just
there.
completely just froze.
I'm
I'm
now
just-
the bard. Let's
And
go,
it's done it
bitches.
again.
I'm just gonna
Shit.
move the names around because it's just easier that way.
Oh no, I have to be sub.
There, you
Fuck.
know.
Correct. Let's go, lesbians. That's my bard impression.
I love it.
That's not even Twix impression. It's just me.
Sorry, chat, I gotta move words around.
We in one of Schmugen's campaigns, we had the entire Rogues Guild full of. They weren't all lesbians, but they're mostly lesbians. And
Mostly
I forgot who said it, but one of the proudest moments in D&D was when we went into battle and somebody shouted, "Let's go, lesbians!"
Why? But why?
Okay, there, I have
What?
corrected the mistake. Anyway, so you guys fought the Spring Sentinel and his ghost friend, who also summoned more friends, who then got killed by Felix, because he thinks he did it.
Yeah.
And
Just let him
Did
believe.
do it.
just let the old man believe what he wants to
Let him
believe. He's
believe.
not got much longer left.
He's a
He will
troll.
live
He'll
forever.
He doesn't know that.
Forever.
Yeah, you don't know.
He
you
lives
might-
every day like it's his last, okay?
You might be immortal.
Felix might be an elder god, who knows?
Yeah.
But you guys then defeated the Sentinel, you remove his mask, and you see that it is someone that is very familiar to V. Ends up dropping a glamour that was on him. He's not who she thought he was, and he refuses to speak. And you dragged him bloody, bleeding out, on 0 hit points, to Oberon's conference room, and lay him up in a chair. Septimus tries to seduce Oberon yet again, and V tries to torture information out of Nactix, and is stopped by Fox, and that's where we left off. I forget, did you guys... Oh, also you found a amber gargoyle that is supposedly polymorphed someone or something, don't know what, on him. So,
I will hit him with a healing spell at the very end. of the
how
spell.
much healing did you do to him?
I think it
If
was
we
8.
scroll up, we should see.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
8.
right. Okay.
I healed him for 8.
Why is there another window? Why are you on here twice?
What?
Oh my god.
I for some reason it cut out again, so I just reset it. Everything. Just sorry.
There.
Oh fuck.
I fixed it, I think.
Didn't know you were playing the Jackal Jack will race past the twin all the time.
Alright, so he is stable for the moment. The spell that Roth did on him does have some lingering side effects. So that healing worked, but not as well as it should have.
Hmm.
So.
Well, I hope you all have fun doing whatever it is you plan to do right here. I'm gonna go see if I can dispel this statue.
Do you want me to like hold it over the edge in case it's like a bad guy and then I can drop it?
Well, that wouldn't be very nice.
That is true, but I never said I was very nice.
Well, I never said I wasn't very nice.
We'll get on swimmingly.
I agree.
Is this how you always talk?
Oh yeah, definitely. This is definitely how I always talk all the time.
Okay.
Should I just do it here, or should we find an enclosed room?
I always prefer to get that question. Alright, that's it, that's my done.
That I might have had to improve my phrasing, but I'm not going to worry about it.
I think we need chains or rope, just in case they are a bad guy, we need to tie them up. And, or some kind of cage? Cage sounds good.
Jail it is. I suppose Nyla will walk out of the room towards the jail, if there is one.
There are guards outside the door from Oberon. If you would like to ask them if there's somewhere to go.
Excuse me, kind guard. Could you take me to jail, please?
But in a way where we've not committed a crime, we just want to use the facilities for a moment, and then we'll be skedaddling. Free folk. Just to make that very clear. Hello, my name is Septimus, and I'm just going to introduce myself to them.
He takes out his dagger and he's just playing with it, the guard. This is not in any way Heimdall's sword. He is playing with it and he's looking at you trying to decide if you're crazy or not.
No, we just have like a mysterious statue. We want to put in a jail and then dispel the magic on it, and if it's a bad person, they're in the jail and everything's good, and if they're a good person, we can let them out. A-okay.
And if it's a secret dragon, we're all fucked.
Yep, that too. Stay 5 feet up the cone.
This is above my pay grade.
If you want to get over and back, I'm all ears.
You! And he points at Roth, the fox, who is still standing in the room. Is, so what do you want me to do with, this? And Roth looks at him and he's like, okay, I suppose you can allow them to go down to the dungeons, the iron ones.
Cool.
Security.
Yep. I love a good iron cell. Real keen about them. Definitely
Smells
coming out
great.
though. Yep.
It's
Real super fun.
probably better to open whatever it is in there where it'll automatically come out possibly weak.
Oh, that is a good idea.
That's my thinking. I mean, you can go to one of the stone cells if you wish. Just show them down there. They'll figure it out, I suppose. Don't open the doors with the chains on them.
Oh, why would you say that? Septimus just definitely said that out loud. Like, why would you say that? Oh, okay, right. Hands in pockets. Got it.
Bee's gonna
I think I need an adult.
I need an adult.
Probably go with them.
See, adult. The
Just
little
in
one is the adult.
Should I believe Septimus? This
I'll make sure.
poor child going to keep his word.
Yeah, definitely keeping my word. Keeping my hands in my pockets.
Well, that was the insight roll, but that was sure.
He seems like a very genuine, smart, intelligent person. He knows what he's doing.
I would like to insight God.
Go
That
ahead.
didn't seem too convincing.
Hey, you are a druid, so you are in tune with the Earth Mother.
Yep. Anyway. Well, I'll just take you at your word, and I will walk down towards the dungeons.
I feel like this campaign is gonna go swimmingly by listening to everything Septimus says.
Well, yeah.
Alright, who is not going down to the dungeons?
I would know where they are, wouldn't I?
No. You've not been down there. This is Summer Court. You were
that's right.
from Spring.
Jeez.
Twigs is gonna go down to the dungeons, but he's gonna keep to the back just in case if anything explodes and he needs to run away.
Good
He's
tactic.
just making sure that Septimus doesn't do something stupid. So she's just gonna join them.
Helgrim?
Someone does need to stay with the unconscious bloke.
Yeah.
Unless the little one's like bloke is going to do that.
I was intending on tending to him.
I can help a little bit.
So are you two staying up here with Fox, or are you going down to the dungeons with the happy group?
I'll stay up here.
I should probably go down then.
I have no reason to not trust them. They seem like reliable folks.
Oh, do we know?
That was first mistake.
Okay, so you two are staying up, the rest of you are going down to the dungeons.
Thank you.
Halgrim, the room you know about is below the dungeons. With the special things.
Okay.
You know the way down if you need to get down there.
Okay.
To the dungeons, you know the way down.
Yeah. Okay.
None of the rest of you know the way down. Okay. I had to think.
Yeah,
about
I
it.
guess I'm taking point on this then.
Well, no, the guard's gonna lead them down. I'm just thinking about the rest of what I was thinking.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Okay, so you guys are gonna stand guard with Roth on the unconscious, not Drow, and the rest of you are gonna head down the stairs into the dungeons. The guard, Ivan, who is the guard captain in charge while Robin and Mithril are gone. He's a half-elf who just... It looks like he's perpetually done with everyone and everything shit. And he's already irritated with having to lead you down the stairs. And he agrees and follows Roth's orders because he was told to. And starts walking you down the private corridors of the castle. You get from the nice polished marble stone and warm and cool colored stones of the castle, and he leads you down double doors that have some... The outside facing into the main part of the castle is a nice prettily carved wood with some fairies and some flowers carved into it, roses. The other side is straight up iron. It is not comfortable to walk by, but you do it. Down the stairs is a stone staircase. It's dark. There's torches lining the walls, but it's dark. And it spirals down deep into the castle. It's cold and damp. You can hear the ocean hitting the sides of the cliff where the castle's, like, on. And it's wet down here. There's spiders everywhere. Not little ones, just there's spiders everywhere. There's a few lizards and frogs hopping about. You start to see cell doors as you go down. Most of them are not iron. They're probably mithril or some other sort of metal mixed with a stronger wood. And
These cells are made of mithril.
mithril, yeah. He's such a strong fairy. He's such a good boy. He's got enough of himself to spare for everything. No.
Why are the
doesn't
prison bars bleeding?
Why are these bars bleeding? I don't know. He cut himself too much. I don't know.
Oh no.
Galus didn't come save him. But you get further down. There's a few people in there paying time for minor crimes. They'll probably get out soon. They don't look bad off at all. They look like they've been down there a few days and look like they're already ready to come out. You get further you get down, the grungier it looks, the grungier the prisoners look. It's still clean. They just look like they've been there a while. No one has chains on their body anywhere. They're not chained anywhere into the cell. Those of you that know V and Twigs, you know that Oberon's going to avoid that because of Bled and others that they know that have had that happen. They find that cruel. Oberon finds it cruel. But the further you get down, you notice some of the doors do have chains across them. And it's dark inside a few of them. It's like a magical darkness, almost.
I would like to move Septimus as far as I possibly can away from those chain doors by walking on the other side of him.
And all the doors are on the same side. They're so like on your left, it's just wall, and you can hear the outside. Like, you can hear the water hitting the side of the cliff. On the inside, where it curves around in the spiral, those are the doors.
Yeah, V is walking where the doors are next to Septimus, making sure he doesn't touch them.
I just picture everybody but Helgrim is on the one side, because they're a lot more affected by iron than Helgrim is.
Yeah, no, Twigs is kind of freaking out right now.
Oh, Helgrim went down too? Okay, so Nora's the only one that stayed up, correct?
Yeah.
I thought Helgrim and Nora stayed up. Never mind, my bad.
Well, Fox was staying up there.
Yeah, Fox is staying up. Oh.
They got it. It's fine.
I'm a good child. I stay behind.
There's a few growls, and you can hear some bones rattling in some of the cages. Like, there's something undead in one of them, probably, maybe, question mark. Or it's just a skeleton. I don't know. Something's in there messing with some bones.
If I ask if I can buy a short sword, will I start hearing voices?
Hi! No. My name's Skelly. I'm gonna sell you my grandmother's leg.
No, that's a warhammer.
I love Skelly. But yeah, you actually. Oh shit! Ow.
Hey.
It's plastic. It's okay. I didn't stab myself. It came with a Thor doll. I don't know why it came with Thor and not Heimdall, but whatever. So I want Septimus because he's paying attention to the doors because he wants to go touch them because he's a klepto. V and whoever else is looking at the doors to roll perception with the chains on them.
Yeah, I'd be interested in that.
Septimus can see for once.
Hello.
I want you to, if there was a way to change perception to Perceptimus on your sheet, I totally would do it.
No.
Not with this sheet.
No.
I was gonna say with the old sheet, wait. You still add skills?
No.
Ah.
Can you guys still hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
My laptop has gotten frozen, and I can't click perception.
I'll do it for you.
You got a -2.
That's impossible. I'm not playing my wizard.
I'm not playing Tira. You got a 22.
Fuck yeah, I did. Hooray.
Oh,
God.
and a nat 20.
Oh, there we go. Oh, right.
You roll it 3 times.
I'll take the nat 20.
We'll go with the 22. Either one of them works.
Alright, my laptop is finally working again. Don't know what that was about.
Helgrim, you just see the darkness. You don't really know what's in there. You hear the noises, but you don't really see anything. V, Septimus, and Nilo. As you pass by one of the final ones with the chains across it, you hear the bones rattling coming outside of that cage. And you catch a glimpse of what appear to be flesh and bone, arms playing with just a bone. You can't see the rest of the body though. It looks like humanoid hands. We'll say orangish colored skin, almost like a sunset orange colored skin, just playing with some bones. As you walk by, it launches a leg bone at the bars. And then scurries back into the darkness.
B's gonna poke her tongue out. just like.
Well, he doesn't seem like a very happy friend.
And then nothing else
Which
happens.
spell can we use?
You go further down. Ivan just says, ignore him. Just ignore it. I don't know what it is. It's always been there. And he leads you further down. There are some open cells further past this. They're empty. They've got iron. There's a few just plain stone cells with the mithril bars on the doors. And then there's a few that have the iron cells. They're lined with iron periodically, intermittent throughout the cell and the door.
Well, I guess it's up to me now. And Nilo will enter the cell vertically, trying to, like scoot past the iron as much as he can, despite, having feet of clearance. And he will place the statue down in the middle of the cell.
Okay.
And then cast Dispel Magic.
Nothing happens.
Well, I tried.
Did we come all the way down here for nothing?
Yes.
Wonderful.
I just love how quickly he gives up.
I'm just gonna ask the guard, but isn't any some kind of like anti-magic in these cells, is there?
Your spell should still work outside of the door.
Alright, so what
That
we
would
need
have
to
been
do...
good to know before I walked into the cell. Now I can't do that for another 8 hours.
You did not ask me what you would do when you walked into the cell. It's above my pay grade.
You don't happen to know Dispel Magic by any chance, do you? You look like a fine, strong, smart individual with many talents.
He
would know.
He looks at the great sword on his back.
Pilgrim just kind of looks at Septimus like...
Can your greatsword cast Dispel Magic?
That too?
Ivan can't do magic.
Listen, having a sword doesn't exclude having magic. Just saying.
Do I look like spellcaster? He is literally in armor with no magical items on him at all.
I don't know, you look pretty magical to me.
Persuasion, charisma, whatever. If you're gonna flirt, you're gonna roll for it.
This one? This one. Yeah.
God damn it. He looks at you and he's like, I see what you are laying out here. Maybe we can talk later, but no, I am not a spellcaster.
But you don't know anybody who knows Dispel Magic, though, like...
But did your friend not just try that?
He's only got the one use per day.
2? Come on now.
2. Sorry, 2. He's got 2. You got 2. Why are you moaning?
Because I summoned the wolf pack earlier.
Oh, bugger.
But he just cast it, and it did not work. So you wish to have someone else try it, and where it may not work.
I tried it within the cell because you didn't tell me it wouldn't work inside the cell.
You never asked if it would.
Oh, so
Nope.
you want to know if there is someone outside the cell other than you that can cast a spell that may or may not work on the thing down there on the floor?
Yes.
I do, hold on. Let me look at somebody's sheet, because they may or may not have it.
You could find someone, or I could try it probably in town later after I've had a rest, without security. Doesn't sound like a good idea, does it?
I am not exactly security, I am just guard captain.
That role seems like it involves security.
Oberon might know it.
I volunteer as tribute.
Okay, you might have to get in line, but I can ask Oberon if you may volunteer as tribute for spell payment. Okay, so we should probably go back up the stairs now, unless you want to call Oberon yourself if any of you have means to do so.
I do. I'm just gonna start messaging and see how far
You
is
look
message?
like a wizard. You look like spellcaster.
I am a wizard, and I'm just gonna keep going until the message actually goes off because it's only 120 feet.
You
So I'm
have
just
to
gonna,
go a ways up the stairs past the scary thing.
Oh, past the scary thing. Excellent. I'm just gonna wander off.
He probably would have followed Septimus, even if it was only about 10, maybe 15 feet behind him.
Why do I feel like V is double D and Septimus is Ed?
No, she has to babysit.
It's someone else's Rolf with the cupcakes of sorriness. Alright, so you get up the stairs, you have to go pretty far past the scary thing in the cell to finally feel the message go off, and you feel it go off. He's somewhere in his personal chambers.
Hello, this is Septimus again. Do you know Dispel Magic, or anybody who knows Dispel Magic? You may reply to this message.
I can create you some magic, but I suppose I can dispel it as well. It's less fun though. You can reply to this message.
Oh my god.
Excellent. We're downstairs in the Iron Dungeons. Also, by the way, there's an orange skin dude down there. He looks real creepy. I'm not definitely going to open that thing. It really kind of want to, but I'm not going to because I'm smart. Yeah, can you come down? Thank you.
That's my evil twin. I'll be right down. And he stops talking.
Right, he's on his way.
And you can
I want to,
incite that if you want.
I want to intercept Septimus real quick.
Yep.
And she's going to say to you, if you plan on having fun with that guard captain, could you please give me his helmet?
I'll let you in a little secret. I'm all talk.
Yeah, I kind of figured that, but if it does happen, I would really like his helmet, because...
Do you just want me to cast invisibility on yourself and then you could steal it?
You'll notice
Alright.
a helmet floating.
No,
Me
once you
taking
hold
it
it,
off.
it goes invisible.
Yes, but the helmet's on his head.
Oh,
He will
that's true.
notice me taking it off.
That's
Which
true.
is why, if you do plan on having some fun later, which he seems very interested in, by the way,
Oh,
I
no.
would very much like his helmet. I've got 3 other helmets which were his. I would really like this one.
Right. Writing it down, he takes out notebooks. Get helmet
From the guard captain.
from the guard captain for little rabbit. Got it?
And she's just gonna go back to where the others are.
My players are kleptos. Okay.
What did you expect when starting a fake campaign, Ari?
Nothing. I had no expectations
With
at
a
all.
pukin, nonetheless.
I had no expectations.
So, can he do it?
Oh, hello. Yeah. It's gonna come down. Apparently that's his evil twin, but I don't know if he was kidding. In the cell. The one that I'm definitely not opening. Because I know better.
Why don't you go ask the evil twin?
You know, I'm smart.
I'm just saying, they said don't open doors, not to talk to the people behind them.
That is true. But I'm smarter. I'm not very wise, but I am smart. Not gonna do that. Just yet. I'm gonna think about it.
There are times when I think intelligence and common sense are not exactly correlated, though.
Correct. Lots of book learning, no laugh learning.
Ivan, did he hear any of that?
Yeah, did he hear any of that?
Well, I mean, at the point where Septimus is telling us all that, Septimus and
He
Via
didn't
return.
hear anything.
Good.
Hearing is above his pay grade.
He's just kind of staring off in the distance like, I don't want to be here anymore.
He's just like, I'm ready to go home. I have been here for 3 weeks. So
Don't like it.
he goes, God forsaken Mithril and Robin going off on their freaking vacation onto the human realms and
I
doing
thought the bars were made of mithril.
That would be very strange.
Oh fuck.
I'm sorry, Ori.
I rolled a damage you and I damaged myself. Okay. Nora.
Hi.
While they are waiting on Oberon to make his way down the stairs, you and Fox are sitting there with the unconscious, not drow person that you guys fought on the docks.
Mm-hmm.
Fox is currently nursing his own wounds at the moment, and one of the guards has come in to assist with the spring sentinel that you sort of recognize, but you've only seen him around like once or twice.
So, what was your name? I don't think I quite caught it.
Are you talking to Fox?
Yeah.
My name is Rothius.
Could you tell me exactly what's going on? I'm really confused. Nobody's told her anything.
Well, he doesn't completely trust you because
That's true.
You're wearing spring court
That is
uniform.
true.
Yep.
But she doesn't view herself as spring.
Well, tell me first, because I'm not going to tell you much. Because of that, I assume you know that you're not to be trusted with what you are wearing.
Oh, right.
So tell me, what
I'm
are you
technically
doing?
Supreme Court.
Oh,
What?
did you forget what court you belong to?
Sort of.
He just incited you with a nat 20.
Oh no.
Nope.
I love my Night King dice. They're so pretty.
Reveal your secrets.
Hell no.
So, you say you forgot, but I don't think you did. So I'm going to ask you one more time. Are you working with him? Or are you working with the Resistance?
at this point, she wouldn't be working with them, would she?
I think we decided that you were debating on working as an agent.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, I'm most certainly not working with him.
Who do you work for then?
No one right now.
Okay.
Truth be told, I'm kind of trying to get out of the spring court. It's not where I'm supposed to be.
Okay, he believes you. Okay then. Well, prove it. And you can help us here. And then we'll try and get you situated somewhere. How does that sound?
Deal.
Now, let's get this unconscious oaf off the carpet so he'll stop bleeding on it.
Alright. Is this gonna be a strength check? Please, no.
Yes, but he's helping, so just a...
More to see how much you're contributing to the...
Yeah.
Or if Roth is just like, fuck this, I'm scared. Lifts him up.
No strength whatsoever.
He, you start
maybe
to try. You crouch down and act like you're all like ready to go.
What I picture is like she grabs his feet and like lifts, and his shoes just come off, and she's just holding his shoes.
Hold on a second. Darn it, he's more than 10 pounds.
Yeah. He's definitely more than 10 pounds.
Oh.
He's a hefty boy.
I mean, I would hope he would be, because he's not like a pixie.
Yeah, she was gonna try and use something, but she can't. It's too heavy.
Magic circle?
No, mage hand.
Oh.
Yeah, mage hand.
Or not magic circle, the floating disc is what I was thinking of. So I suppose that I'll just get one of the guards to help me carry him. Because you don't think I'm sorry, and I'm not trying to be rude, but you don't even look like you can lift up a piece of paper.
You're not wrong.
Here, try for me, please. And he hands you a piece of parchment off of Oberon's desk.
She's gonna hold it.
Progress! Alright then. We've got this. He calls one of the guards into the room and they help him heft up the bleeding elf, fae, whatever he is, and carry him to a cell at the top of the dungeons. So, and Oberon passes by as they're carrying the unconscious body of this fae down the stairs.
Nora's gonna fall with like her head down, ashamed of herself.
Do you want to look at the piece of paper that he gave you?
Yes.
You know that you've seen a painting in some books of what is called by the humans as the French girl pose.
Oh no.
And it's just a drawing of Oberon.
Aww.
Oh, is it that one?
It was on his desk. I don't know. It doesn't have a name, like by someone on it. It might be a self-portrait.
She's gonna look at it, and then when she sees Oberon, she just like does a double take.
It's very accurate.
Is it?
And he is changed out of his armor at this point. He's just wearing his robes, which are quite loose, but they're not open right now. He's not
right
pulling
now,
his
they're
usual.
not open.
He's not pulling his usual freedom. He's on edge today, and it's clear. But
this was taken from his desk, right?
The desk in one of his studies, yes. The desk that Septimus was lying on.
I know, and that's why I'm like, oh, come on, all I got was love notes, which are in my pocket.
Is he following us?
He's going down the stairs, yes. He's on his way down to the others.
I think this is yours.
He looks at it. Oh, you can keep that. You can keep that. There's even a little leaf where his manhood is supposed to be, but it lifts up. It's like cut on into the paper, and he can lift it up.
Oh, I work with children's books, so I'm just imagining the lift the flap, and I'm like, the spot is ruined for me.
That's fucked up.
Yep.
She pockets it. It's so ashamed.
Oberon's cheeky, okay?
Yeah.
He's a cheeky boy. But yeah, he passes you and goes down the stairs. Roth leads you into a cell and you can deposit the body in there. So what's got you all sort of flustered? You look like you had a moment there with Oberon. Do I want to know what's on that piece of paper?
Did you look at it at all?
No.
She pulls it out and hands it to him.
I just picture open, close, hand back. That makes sense.
What is it? I wish I could say that I was surprised, but
at this point, I think Nora.
What you handed me.
Yeah, I think she's the only one who could be. Those of us who know about Oberon.
he's just sitting there with this I wish I was displeased look, but honestly, I just don't care anymore.
Yeah, just I wish I could. Surprises me.
But yeah, you guys deposit Nactix into the cell. Roth closes the door and locks it. We'll come back for him later. He needs to not be bleeding.
Is anybody gonna wonder where he is?
No, I'm going to tell them where he is. I just need to let the little rabbit calm down a bit, so she doesn't murder him, because she was about to. And honestly, it's been a long day. I'm hurt. I need to go to sleep. So let's just go find out what this trinket is that your friends have found, yes?
I don't even know them.
You didn't know them or the strange turtle that was with you?
No. I don't know what's going on.
Okay. Alright, well, stick with me then. What's your name again?
Nora.
Sounded like there was a question mark there, but I'll leave it for now. We'll keep your secrets.
Don't really want to.
There wasn't a Kraken that rolled a 20 and then a Grave Player denied it. No? Okay.
Alright. So... Hold on, I need a d12.
I didn't do it.
Okay.
There, I rolled one for you. I'm not a great person.
Okay.
What did I do?
You gave me a good one, actually. I'll take that one. So you guys, you follow Roth down the stairs to the others. All of you are down there. Oberon has just arrived gloriously. There seems to be a faint luminosity about him. As he gets down into the darker areas, it seems a bit brighter, almost a little pocket full of sunshine. And His hair seems to have a slight radiance to it too, as well.
Nice.
He looks absolutely divine.
Nora looks embarrassed.
He winks at you. And then he winks at Septimus. And then he winks at Helgrim. He just winks at everybody.
He's an equal opportunity winker.
Yes, except for your wink, there might have been something special to it. You don't know.
Bea will just stick her tongue out. She'll just be like, nah.
Helgrim just raises an eyebrow like, okay.
Fox kind of looks at Oberon when he winks at V, and he's just like,
Bitch.
She has an idea now.
alright.
What would happen if she turned into Oberon?
Oh. Okay.
I don't know.
Oh.
You can
okay.
certainly try.
I'll hold that for later.
It would, I know how he would react and what he would say afterwards. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. And it's not how you're probably thinking.
Oh, that he's not a narcissistic pig?
He's not. He just pretends to be. Some of you know that. Okay, so he comes down and goes, alright, well, I've been summoned by this lovely man here, so can you... What are you needing the dispelling of spells?
This statue, and Nala lifted up. I would have done it myself, but your guards did not inform me that magic could not be cast within the cells. Truly, they did not hold up their end of
Well,
duty.
I think the gods would have thought that you could cast magic outside of the outside of the cells. And considering that you are indeed a true fae, such as myself, you should know that the iron cuts off your magic, good sir.
Now, while that is true, I was in the cell for the purpose of safety of your kingdom. I didn't want anything going outside of the cell that could be dangerous.
Oh boy.
Okay, well, alright then. So, I suppose that I would do it. Bring it here.
I will bring it.
He's not gonna go in the cell.
I will walk out of the cell and lift it up like, haha. Here you are.
Do you want to be holding it if it's a person?
He takes it from you. Launches it. No.
You're welcome.
Just throws it against the wall.
Launches it. Okay, the magic has been dispelled. He takes it and sets it down in the hallway towards the direction that goes further down, so it can't go past you guys. So you guys are blocking the way up. So he sets it down and walks back several feet and then just kind of flicks his fingers nonchalantly. And nothing happens at first. It kind of shakes a little bit. And then he just sits and looks at it. So, it appears that this is some sort of stronger shape-shifting spell?
Wait, so you can't do it?
Of course he can do it. He's the king. Look at him.
Of course I can do it. He seems to glow a little bit brighter at that.
Huh.
Down here. You just boosted his ego a bit.
I just
Bea's
imagine.
just gonna shake her head.
I'm
just-
sure he needed that.
I just imagine Twigs is like kind of like covering like the side of his eyes because it's getting a little too bright.
No, it's like a soft glow. It's not like
Okay,
it's not like
gotcha.
looking directly into the sun.
Gotcha.
It's like a nice soft warm glow. It's pleasant. It's not so those of you who have seen Nidius, his sunlight is harsher. It's a harsher light while Oberon's is warm and welcoming. Even at its brightest, so it's more homely. Nidius is just staring into fire and space and watching your eye sockets as they burn out.
Yeah, why do you think I want to steal his?
But he looks at it for a second and goes, okay, let me try one more time. He casts it, and those of you that are spellcasters, he casts it at a higher level this time, because he was just testing the waters a bit. He casts it at a higher level, and the gargoyle starts to crack and shatter. Amber pieces start falling off of it, and he goes, might want to step back. We don't know what this is.
Already stepping.
Crossing my fingers for dragon.
5 foot out of the corn.
Twigs like dashes back and like hides behind the nearest person.
The thing in this cage down the hall senses the magic being cast and is like screeching now. The scary thing. It is this awful screeching noise. As the gargoyle splinters and just shatters, you see this big hulking shape appear in the dark on 4 legs. Its front legs and just feet in general kind of look very feline-like. It's got a weird maw on it. It's full of long, sharp teeth. And it appears to be like a dark, oily black color. Its skin. It doesn't have any hair. It's just this leathery-looking skin, almost like elephant skin. Loosely just hanging down, and it's kind of growling.
Huh.
And it takes a step forward.
Oh shit.
It scrapes its claws back into the stone and digs in. And then it just starts whining like Sophie does when she's being pitiful.
Oh.
It's just this pitiful whining because it's sitting in the dark.
Using my druid ability, the shepherd one that allows me to talk to animals, and I will go, oh, don't cry there, friend. What's got you so down?
All you get is it's dark.
You're dark. I'm scared.
Dark.
Dark.
Should I light up the place?
Sure.
Okay. Twig's gonna strum a little tune and cast Fairy Fire on whatever the fuck this is. Gonna make it glow green, because why the fuck not? Oh, it has to. I think it has to. No, I'm just gonna cast it underneath it. So, if it wants, it can like make a dexterity saving throw to not be highlighted.
It's gonna see the lights, and it's actually attracted to Oberon's light right now. But it sees the little fairy lights appear, and it starts trying to catch them. You see claws coming out, trying to catch them like a cat.
That's adorable.
And you see this.
What do we see?
Put it in the chat.
Yeah, okay.
Look at that big puppy.
Where'd you put it?
V's instantly gonna go,
Oh!
Just gonna do the, when you put the back of your hand on somebody's, like, lapel and just, like, kind of, like, drag Oberon back and then put the body in front of him? Like, nope.
Can Nilo make some sort of check to identify what this creature is?
Nature roll for all of you.
Here I go.
If you want to figure out what it is.
No. Not something I would have known.
Nope.
Oh shit.
Nature.
V's just tugging on
V.
Roth's sleeve and it's just like, can we keep it?
16.
Twigs. So Septimus, you've heard of these creatures? You've never seen one. It's you know that it's called a gray render by the humans, but you don't know what it's called here. Twigs and Nilo, you've heard that these creatures came from the Old Lands, and that there's some sort of warping of the creature, a creature that used to live there. Something happened to them when the old queen's blight hit the land.
Does it look ill in any way, or is it just this is its form now?
This is what it looks like. Like, it looks like it was made this way, like it was born. This is a young one. It's not an older one. He may have been carrying it because he wanted to spread some influence of something. It looks like, because you do know from those of you that rolled above a 16 or over, you know that these can spread themselves by the little lumps on their bodies.
Would I know from that roll if it's like known like to be dangerous in any way?
Yeah, they are chaotic by nature, but they're loyal to a fault to their who they perceive to be their like bonded creature.
Okay.
And it's not acting like it wants to go to one person in particular, other than Oberon.
Aww.
It starts cooing at Oberon. And it's not a cooing that you would normally say is like what the noise describe as cooing. It's like this weird garbled noise that sounds almost demonic, but kind of cute.
Do I understand it?
You would understand what it's trying to do. It's trying to get Oberon to be friendly with it.
I think it wants to be your friend, Your Highness.
Here, doggy. And he puts his hand on Septimus's shoulder. It's alright.
Alright.
And he kind of steps in front of you and goes to hold his hand out, and it starts making this terrible sounding snuffling noise. Like it's just like this awful noise, and it's just like slowly creeps up. Tentatively puts a hand on its nose, and it just sits.
Oh.
He's like, good doggy.
I don't think it very much lacks the dog.
I don't... I mean... I don't think it does either, but, I guess I've got a dog now.
I don't
What?
know if it qualifies as a dog, but dog.
Shall we name the dog? What's your name?
I asked the creature, do you have a name?
Fluffy.
Snufflekins.
Mr. Snufflekins, the fur.
Pom.
Oh no. Pom.
Because it has little things on it.
Oh yeah.
They call it Pom Pom.
What are you calling it?
Pom pom.
Pom Pom.
Pum Pum?
Because it has the, as you said, it had the things. The little, like, bump things. And I was like, Pom Pom.
He looks at you. He's like, alright. Pom Pom. I like that. Pom Pom. It's like, hello, Pom Pom.
V's gonna, like, send a message to Roth. It's like, I want one of those things.
No, you do. Oberon's got a service animal now.
Yep.
I mean, such a creature does strike an imposing figure.
So do I. He kind of like puffs his chest out.
Duh, but if something is going to try to kill you, this thing will act as something of a deterrent. At least I think.
Plus, you could always give it a little flower crown.
He does. He snaps his fingers and it's got roses around his head now, and it's got a collar of roses. It smells really
Even
good
more
now.
important.
Oh no, it's beautiful, isn't it? Pom, pom.
But not as beautiful as you. Hey!
Kind of like walks over, puts a hand on your cheek, and then walks by. Come, pom pom, let's go.
And it's just following him, just daddy.
It is following him now.
Oh, that's one mystery solved.
No. Why the fuck was that person carrying it in the first place?
I don't even know what it is.
It's like you said it was like something that was manipulated by the old queen.
From what you know and can guess, it is a creature that is a type of creature that was originated back at the old lands and was mutated by the blight.
Okay, I'll just convey that to the party then.
Would V have, knowing Nactix for quite some time previously, would she have any idea what he could possibly have had that for? Or would it be much?
This is new.
Yeah. Okay.
This is new. You didn't even know that he was not a drow, so this is new information.
If I was trying to bring in creatures that could potentially be a danger to another kingdom, I would definitely smuggle it into an amber statue that I could dispel at any moment's time and poof, invasion. Not that I'm thinking about invading the kingdom, but if I was thinking about invading the kingdom, that's probably how I'd go about it. But now I can't because you all know about it, so, shucks.
Insight check. No.
Yeah.
Roth is going to, though. Okay.
Septimus talks way too much for Helgrim to have to really insight it.
Okay.
Septimus might be good at talking to people, but he's not very good at hiding his intentions.
Oh no, he has no intentions of hiding his intentions.
Exactly.
Roth just looks at you and kind of just shakes his head. He knows you're full of shit. But yeah, Oberon starts leading Pum Pum up the stairs.
Pum Pum is the best name.
No.
Pum Pum. Hey, Pum Pum.
Well, it seems quite certain that something's going on in the old lands.
Indeed.
Is it time for a road trip?
Possibly, but we still have something here that we need to explore.
And what might that be, my friend?
Well, we have what he was attempting to smuggle, but we do not have the reason to see why. Maybe we can extract that from him.
He's your friend, right, little rabbit, and you got no knowledge of why he decided to, stab your boyfriend. Is that the right term for you? One-time friend, partner in crime?
Roth just looks at you.
V's just kind of like, she hasn't really thought of it.
Companion.
Companion.
Yes.
I like companion. I was gonna go with Eternal Soulmate that you would rend your heart open if anything bad happened to him, but I thought that was a bit much.
V does not. She just kind of like. She just has this very like. She's trying not to smile type expression on her face.
Roth is not even trying to. He just chokes and just walks upstairs. He's like, I have got to go tend to my wounds. I will see you shortly. Don't go in the cell.
Yeah, I could tend to your wounds right here, friend.
No,
right
you look tired. Let's go. I'll go upstairs.
No,
No, I'm
Come
going.
here. I'll fix you right up.
V's gonna glare at him and just mention to him telepathically, get back here. Right now.
Those of you who can't hear the telepathic conversation, he looks back over his shoulder and then turns around and kind of walks back. All of you get the sense that he's got his tail between his legs and his ears are back.
Okay. Question.
I see. There you go, friend. Now I'll fix you right up. No worries.
Or question.
He
Since
heals
I
for
have a
9.
simple thing that I can do, can I kind of deduce that there's something going on there?
You can roll insight with advantage.
Okay. Advantage straight out of the 14, maybe. I don't know.
You've got an idea.
Yeah.
You're not certain, but you've got an idea.
I have the feeling that Septimus's eternal soulmate thing kind of coupled with how Roth reacted is probably a little closer than Septimus might think.
V's gonna, shake her head and try to extinguish that entire conversation, and she's gonna reply to Septimus and say, at a time, we both had the same goal, even though he dragged me to it. I don't know what he's doing now, because I haven't seen him for a good 2 to 3 years.
What was his goal previously?
We went to kill a drow matriarch who was causing some problems.
Hardcore.
That would do it.
Yep. Which is why he was a drow, but he's not a drow.
Did you succeed?
Yeah, we succeeded, but I was not there. I was with the dwarves.
Roth kind of coughs, and those of you who are close enough just hear damn dwarves.
Oh, it sounds like you're still grumpy, friend. I'll heal up your other wounds now.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That feels much better. Mr.
Nilo.
Wolf.
Pleasure to meet you.
Okay. Hello, Mr. Nilo. Smell like
That reminds me, I'm still bleeding.
Oh yeah, I'm still bleeding, guys. Hold up, let me fix myself before I die.
Oh yes, I just forgot. I'm bleeding.
I mean, that's me too. I'll like cut my finger. Like, oh wait, where'd this come from?
Yep.
What?
I'll deal with it later.
Yeah. I'm not bleeding out. I'm fine.
That's when Ray bleeds out.
I'm not bleeding out.
I'm not bleeding out.
No, because you're not bleeding out, you're bleeding in. That's the silent killer.
Internal
Yay!
bleeding. Hooray!
Bludgeoning damage.
V is gonna add to the conversation, which now I have actually forgotten what she's gonna. She's gonna like talk, and then she's just gonna wait. No, because she's completely forgotten. AKA her players forgotten what she was gonna say.
You went on a mission together. You defeated a drow person.
Yes. Me and Nactix, we both have saved each other many times. And you could say that he owes me, I owe him.
Equivalent exchange.
Yes. I am not sure if that will help in getting him to talk.
Well, I'm not really sure. It seemed like earlier you owed him a needle to the skull.
Yes, because he lied to me.
Remind me never to lie to you.
Probably a good idea. Probably a good idea.
What
Roth,
if he no, go on.
no, go ahead.
Hmm?
But I was just gonna say he snaps his fingers and you see a dark-haired elf standing before you. And snaps his fingers again and he's back to himself. Been there, done that. Don't lie to her.
It would be best if we're all working for the same team to not be lying to one another, anyways.
He looks at Nora.
Like, what kind of thing constitutes a lie?
The
On the ground.
deception in any possible form and reasoning.
Cool. Skirting around the truth store, fine. Yeah, cool, excellent. Good to know.
Look, okay. Have my word. And he puts his hand on V. I will never lie to you.
Yes.
Amazing.
You know what? Yeah, she'll try. She'll try.
Hold up, I need some tea real quick.
Fucking hell.
Okay.
Twig.
From here on out, Twigs will never lie to her. She'll believe it.
Twigs has just spun a lie so
That means
brilliantly crafted in simplicity.
Your master would be proud of you, Twigs.
never insight check Twig. Ever.
In other words, V will not do any insight checks on Twigs. Ever.
Everything Twigs says is law.
With that 30, it's the truth. She trusts.
2 plus 2 is 5.
It goes all the way through deception to becoming truth.
Twigs has deceived reality.
Yep. Anything he says to V becomes the truth.
Yep.
Nidius, yeah. Okay, so Twigs just says Nidius is dead.
Nice. That guy's fucking dead,
Well,
I'm
good
not-
job, everyone.
I'm not the second coming of Kurt Cobain.
Okay, easy there, Sam.
Mean.
4th time I've been called Kurt Cobain this month, by the way.
Yeah, most of them have been me.
I
Yeah.
hurt you. I hurt you,
Just for Kurt.
Betty.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Goddamn.
Spreading the love of the Earth Mother.
Yep.
Shame.
Don't forget that nature is brutal and cruel sometimes.
Yay!
So should we all let this fella have a rest so he's in talking condition, or perhaps just start now?
I mean, on a scale of 1 to 36, I'm probably like at a 27 out of 36, so I'm feeling, a little bit rough, but, not too
Oh,
terribly.
you hurt, man. Let me fix that.
So-
I did not notice. You never said anything here.
Oh, no, just got this
Alright. How about
Yeah.
we all take
Okay.
a nice long rest
Come back to it in the morning.
and come back in the morning? He'll have been tended to by the healers for the castle. I won't be injured anymore. You won't be injured anymore. You'll all have your nifty little energy back to be able to do whatever it is you need to do in the morning.
Little energy.
I'm not a spellcaster, I don't know. He's so full of shit.
V just looks at him. It's like, really?
You know my limits, woman. I'm not those two. And he points at the wizard and the druid because he hasn't seen anybody else cast spells.
I just cast a spell on myself.
Oh, what'd you do?
Heal.
Sure one.
Oh,
She was
Well,
also injured.
that one can cast the spells, and that one probably can, and you can, and Tall Dark and Hobgoblin probably can, and
Are you feeling some spell envy, my friend?
no,
No.
No,
I have the wizardly sword. I can let you have a look through my spell book.
no, no. I've got enough spells that are.
Are you a wizard? Just out of curiosity.
No, that's a D12. No, 2. He's a spellcaster, Nora. He's just not a full caster. Yeah, he's a spellcaster, Nilo. It's just not the same kind as you. I've got magic through my family. And he just kind of little sparks come off his fingers, but that's about it. And he's like, and I've got magic because of my job. And he removes the outer cloak that he's wearing that's a Summer Sentinel cloak, and he takes it off, and he's wearing a Night Court Sentinel uniform underneath it.
Oh, that's familiar.
Mm-hmm. It's familiar to you, it's familiar to everybody here. Nora...
Her eyes light up a little bit.
He looks at you.
That makes sense.
What's wrong, little one? You're not very good at hiding your expressions.
You know what? She's gonna try.
Deception with the third, okay.
You're not very good at hiding your expressions. I just can't read them.
So close. He doesn't believe you, but he doesn't have enough to go on to question you further. In other words, he got an 18 where you got a 19.
Good. I'm just a little surprised to see Night Court Sentinel here.
The Night Court works with the Resistance to assist Oberon. Of course, I'm here.
Very well.
As I said, behave. And you won't get strung up. We'll find you somewhere to go.
Don't go work for my dad. Just throwing that out there.
Who?
Just someone who looks like me but older.
No. When we put someone who needs shelter, we take them to Lord Ashra, and he will find them a
That sounds
proper
awesome.
place within the courts that's not
I mean, we're
questionable.
proper, kind of.
No. More like
The more you talk, the less I trust you.
more like a job and a home. Sometimes he'll keep them on his estate and give them jobs there and a home, or he'll send him to the Night Court proper, or the Winter Court, or even somewhere in the... Shit! Come back!
Doesn't matter. You saw nothing.
Ow!
God damn it.
You saw nothing.
He is just instantly confused.
What is with him and these
Mainly about
godforsaken
Septimus.
18s?
Huh.
He looks at you and he's like, okay, you're just weird. Okay, that's all it is. You're just weird and react to random things that make no sense or reason. I think you spent too much time in the spring court, bunch of weirdos, all of them. But anyway, so...
New money, though.
New money, yes. Bunch of upstarts. And he's just like...
Wait, why do we judge currency based on how long it's been active? I don't get that.
You were very quiet.
Just-
Also, they can only see your eyes in the camera.
I know. It's because I'm leaning back. Why are we judging currency based on how long it's been active?
It's a noble thing. Like, people will
I
judge
don't
you
care
on, like,
anymore.
there you go.
I don't care.
have you stopped breathing? Like Septimus is now worried. Like Nora's just like. Okay, good to know.
Like I
Sorry,
said,
zoned out
we're...
for a second.
Alright, well... I'm hungry, and I smell food being cooked in the kitchens. None of you but V and...
Yeah.
Well, Nilo more so than V. Nilo, you smell food cooking way upstairs in the kitchens. V, you start to smell it the closer you get upstairs.
Okay.
I'm hungry.
Hi, hungry. I'm Septimus.
Hi, Septimus.
He's just
I
gonna-
get first dibs, and I start running towards the kitchen.
Oh,
V's just
goddammit.
gonna like look to Roth and she's just like, just go if you're hungry. You can go.
He disappears and goes invisible right in front of all of you. He's gone upstairs. He's gonna beat Nilo upstairs. Actually, roll me a Dex or Athletic, whichever you're better at.
I think blood mages.
Your
like,
sound's
don't-
not working.
Fuck!
There we go.
Yeah, I must have accidentally hit the mute button on my microphone. So smelling that food is being created, Nilo is going to wild shape into a wolf to be faster, and go sprinting. Do I...
What?
Look, man, food.
If you're gonna shift, he's gonna shift too. He's just gonna be a giant fox and a giant wolf just barreling through the hall.
Well,
Actually, you know what? Yeah, you know what? True face shift instead of wild shape.
boy.
He's got longer legs.
How big are these halls, though? That's the thing.
The back halls are not very big at all. The personal private halls.
Yeah, so both the shifters are going to be rubbing up against iron.
No, we went up the stairs first.
Yeah, you guys got upstairs. You guys got to the door to the private, the private
Oh,
areas of the
okay.
castle. They're still not very big.
Okay, but at least there's not iron everywhere.
No, there's paintings on the walls.
Don't need them. So it was athletics or acrobatics, or just athletics?
Athletics or even Dex, whichever is better.
Dex. Yeah. 21.
Bad.
Ooh. You are going upstairs, or you're going through the halls towards the smell of the food, and you just feel the hallways are not terribly wide, but the ceilings are tall.
Right.
And you feel this rush of air go over top of you as the fox leaps over you, comes visible, and is running down the hallway. He does the fox pounce, but he actually lands and doesn't smack his face.
Probably obviously followed them at a walking pace, so they're like long gone. But she's
Yeah,
just
Peter.
walking in the direction and she's going, he's
Yeah.
a child.
Yeah. Helgrim just
You're a
looks at me.
child.
Yeah. Just is this normal?
Actually, I haven't seen this before. But now I'm just realizing
Fish
he is a
bone, be
big
quiet.
giant child.
You get the sense that he's feeling safe where he's at right now.
Yeah.
So,
Be hungry.
also those of you walking and not racing through the hallways as giant fuck off animals, notice that you walk past the art gallery in the private chambers. Helgrim, you've seen it.
Walking normally.
Yeah, Helgrim, this is one you're familiar with. It's Oberon's personal gallery where he puts his paintings and his friends' paintings in there. You guys see one in particular catches your all's eye as you walk by, and it looks like those of you who know who know personally Blood and the Night King. They're standing there. They look a bit younger. Septimus, you've seen them from afar, so you recognize the Night King immediately. You know who it is. Nora, you definitely know who it is. You guys see them standing together looking quite happy, and you see Oberon's father, Olorian, standing next to him. Younger Olorian, not terribly old, but younger. You see Asher and Olorian standing next to each other. Oberon's in the painting as well. They all look like they look a lot happier than they currently do now. It looks like better times. This probably was before the war started. And before everything kind of went south. And there's some other paintings in there too. Family, just sightseeing that Oberon has done. Paintings that friends have given him. The door's open, and he likes to display it, even in his private areas. So he lets the servants go in and look.
Just gonna be looking at them.
There's pictures of the old lands. Those of you who haven't been there don't recognize these pictures, so really only
Like,
V.
yeah, V has been there.
Hi.
Helgrim can kind of determine by the pictures, like from what you've heard described, you can figure out a few things. You know what the grove is supposed to look like mentally.
Yeah. That's the only part of it that I've actually seen.
But the rest of you have no idea. There's pictures of trees that look like they're glowing, almost radiant. The leaves look metallic-ish, kind of like they've got a celestial type glow to them. The plants look a lot healthier and unnatural, but unnatural in a way that it looks like they're perfect. Like they were touched by the gods is what it looks like. V, you've seen this in person, you know it's not just a painting.
Yeah.
The rest of the land that you see in the pictures, though, V, looks a lot healthier and not dying and sickly and blighted and plague and dangerous animals running around. No, everything looks like it should.
Alright.
And then, unless you're gonna linger in there some more, you guys follow the two shifters to the food.
How many paintings are crooked?
Thank you. There better not be any crooked paintings. Ori?
About 16.
Ori?
I'll straighten them.
Yeah.
And all of them are Nilo's fault.
Yeah.
I think that's not true.
No. There better not be any.
I mean, if we fix them, then there won't be.
You lot go on. I'll just fix these paintings. Don't worry. Just start fixing them. That's me fixing the things.
V's just continued
I'm
walking.
driving the car.
He's just gonna follow the fox and it will.
V continues walking, so that means Helgrim has to babysit this time.
I love my D24 that I got for no reason. It's good for random things like that.
I just like imagine this session is just non-stop Twigs eye rolling at like everything that comes out of almost every person's mouth.
You know what? You probably just plastered googly eyes over your real eyes.
But everything he says is the truth.
Yeah. Only if he says it to V, though.
Yeah.
Only if I think.
No one
yeah.
else. No one else inside of him.
100% believes Twig.
Well, yeah. If he specifically says it towards V, then it becomes the truth. If it's just in general, no, it doesn't.
Okay. Alright, so unless you guys have something else you want to do, I'm going to skip the food. You guys get there, it's great. It's the best food you ever had in your life. Because the Summer Fae know how to cook.
Well, now
There's-
I'm gonna have to go get food. I'll be right back now.
And you'll take a long rest. Oberon will put those of you who want to stay in the castle up in the castle. Helgrim, you can go home if you wish.
Doesn't really matter.
It's up.
Well-
It's Helgrim can go home if he wants. Otherwise, Oberon is offered a room. Septimus.
No, that's
Oh wait, hold on. Helgrim, are you gonna stay or are you gonna go?
That's a good question. It's all dependent on will Arella kill me if I don't go home. She
No,
probably won't.
No, she don't care.
Yeah, well, he'll go home anyways because he wants to see. He wants to make sure that Peony is okay.
Okay. Alright, so you all get home. Twigs, you get a nice little letter as you go into your room for the evening. It's the same room that you used before.
Yeah.
Down the hall is the room that your boo lives in when he's here.
Okay.
Cyril's room is down the hall. The lights are off in Cyril's room. The fire's out. No lights or anything. He's not here right now. There's a little note on your bed, and it's got little fish scales on it, make it look all pretty and whatnot.
Okay, I'll open it.
It's just got a little smiling fish on it, and then it says, "I will see you later," and except for its C as an SEA.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
It's got a little heart at the bottom.
Aww.
And they're scales that you can tell probably came from him.
That's cute, but oh.
Why do I picture Twigs just being like, ah, god damn it.
Yeah, no. He's like so conflicted because he hates puns, but he really likes Cyril, so he's just kind of like conflicted, facepalm, fuck you, dork. And then he'll just put the note neatly in his drawer.
It looks like have you seen the cover for the book Rainbow Fish?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what it looks like.
Oh
Oh
my god.
no. With the silver scales.
Except for these are like red-orange kind of metallic ombre color.
Oh god.
Septimus, you find on your bed a single rose with a little sun, a little metal sun medallion tied to it, and a note that says, "You're awesome." And then on the flip side it says, "You're beautiful."
Nice.
And it's got a little O.
I'm gonna poke that and be like, I know.
And then you flip it over again and the back of it's changed again. It says dinner ?
I keep flipping it just to see if it keeps changing a message like, oh, is this magic?
It's like, I'm good like this. Love me? It just gets more desperate as you flip it. No.
No.
Help!
Help.
Flip a
Just
coin,
picture
heads or
this.
tails.
Help.
Why does it say help?
Help. The gods have abandoned us.
Oh, that's too real. No, that's how he thinks right now.
I know.
Oberon's a sad lad.
He is.
But... Alright, yeah, you got a little note from Oberon. It changes what it says on the back periodically. There's some spell that he has done to it to let him send you messages.
I'm keeping that. That's fucking A.
It'll say something different in the morning.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
I have a quick question.
Hmm.
If I wanted to send a message to somebody, like a physical message, could I do that?
Mhm.
Cool.
The day court employs, well, Nilo killed one, but little
No, the power of song killed one. I had no responsibility there.
You killed the sacred bird. They're little, like, you don't know what kind of bird they are, but they're this real pretty, elegant-looking bird. Their feathers are like a metallic green-blue color
Yeah, they're
shift.
this color, and he presents the feather.
And yeah, and it's got two little tails with the little feathers at the bottom of it. Two little long feathers that have like a little tuft at the end. That you know that the summer court employs those as their messenger birds. They can fly into cold weather, but it's not advised. So if you want to send it somewhere colder, i.e. the night court, then it needs to be an owl or a raven. So if that's the request, it needs to be specially made.
Okay. Interesting.
Or you could send it by Pixie Courier, but that's not trustworthy. They might change the message on the way there.
Yeah. He's gonna think about that for a very long time and then be like, nah, fuck it. And then he's just gonna sit for an hour, and then at the end of it, he's gonna have a raven on his shoulder because he's gonna cast Find Familiar.
Okay.
And then he's just gonna hang out with his bub.
Does the bird have a name?
No, it's just bub.
Okay. Bird.
Bird
Pum pum.
It's crow. If it's a raven, it's a raven. If it's cat, it's cat. Because it knows who it is, so he doesn't need to tell him what his name is.
Alright.
Hey, you, familiar.
Hey, you bird.
I am with Neil Gaiman on cats. Don't need names. They know who the fuck they are.
Oh, my old computer teacher named his cat Damn It. Because it kept getting into stuff. I almost named my familiar Quoth because he's a raven. Instead, I just named him Poe.
One of my other wizards.
Quoth the raven. Okay. So, overnight has happened. Are you trying to send a message to somebody?
Yeah.
Okay, you can send it to me via PM if you would like on Discord, and it will get sent out for a fee wherever you take it, which is probably like 1 gold piece depending on how far it is. If it's further than the summer court, then the price goes up.
It is instant court, so that's fine.
Okay. And if it's priority mail, then they have to find their fastest bird. And it's like, the price goes up the faster you want it to get there. So if you want like instant transmission, then you gotta buy the Goku bird. And
So if you want priority overnight, you need to pay a little bit more. Okay.
you gotta use some mirrors and shit for that.
Goku bird, you just have to feed it. The unfortunate thing is that it eats.
At all hours of the day.
Yeah, you have to feed it. Unfortunately, it eats like it hasn't eaten in fucking months.
Even now
Every
it's eating.
single day.
Before we move on to the morning, I'm gonna go grab another drink. So if you guys want to take a quick break,
Yes.
like 5 minutes, we'll be right back. I'm gonna go make myself some tea because I've been thinking about it for the past 45 minutes. I really want some now. So I will be right back. Chat, we will be right back.
Upper demanded attention. Oh no. Do. What?
Nothing.
What'd I do?
Just like that immediately after Ori muted, she was just playing with Sophie.
I mean, I started playing with Derby immediately after.
I mean, that's fair.
He's upset right now. Because I had the dishwasher running.
How does he not like the sound of it?
He's terrified of the dishwasher.
Oh. I like how the backgrounds of all our cams have like stuff on the walls or like a door, and then you have Baddies, who's literally just a wall.
Mine has a polar bear. And then there's like a pencil behind black box.
Oh, that's where that bag went. Hold on a minute.
All my RPG books, all my notebooks, my dice from Lucky Hand Dice,
Hey.
a lot of manga underneath.
This is my notebook. And then I actually have a physical notebook that I write everything in and then fill in.
Yeah, that's
But,
what I
like,
was doing.
This
Small
is my.
thing. Oh, that was cute.
Jersey.
So pretty.
But like I've got in my notes pretty much everything I have learned so far from the party that V would know.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm literally writing the Google Docs notes
We are a
in
group of
how she
characters.
would write it.
Yeah. I have like
Definitely telling the truth. No.
Yeah,
Twigs, definitely telling the truth.
I literally put that in when that happened. Like,
I have descriptions for races.
Twigs will never lie to me. No insight checks on Twigs ever.
Yeah, I have descriptions for all the races, and all of them are accurate except for V's because he doesn't know what she is. So it's just elf question mark.
Elf.
That's what
Sorry.
she looks the most like. But yeah, for like Septimus, it's just seems impulsive. Could be very bad if he also can't keep a secret.
Like, yep. Puppy!
What'd I do?
Right.
One moment.
Do I need to get my pupper too?
Is there more puppies?
Derby.
The only info I have on Nilo is he's a shifter of sorts, reeks of one, because she
Yep.
could smell him. That's it.
I put for Roth like big ass white fox. That's it.
Perfect. I
And
have
then
Let me
like
show you my derby.
Roaring of a rabbit.
Here's my derby.
Ah, puppy! Such a good
I have
girl.
I have literally like one entire page just dedicated to Roth. That's
What?
it. Like I have like a huge amount
Nada.
of stuff.
What are you doing, pup?
Anasu.
What are
Anasu.
you doing? He's
Anasu.
scared.
Just
Anasu.
wagging her tail.
No, she's
Magic
Anasu.
item
I love Sophie.
for
Oh, don't smack your face on the floor. That's not right.
Well, you know she's gonna do that.
Well, she sneezes really hard and she'll misjudge the distance between her face and the floor and smack her face on.
Oh,
That's rough.
she's such a good girl.
She's so dumb.
She is.
I love her, but she's dumb. Also, the good mug is back for the Oberon. I should just keep this mug for when I'm
What
Banned on
mug?
Twitch.
The dick mug.
perfect.
Oberon's favorite mug.
Is that is it Evangelion?
Yeah,
my
and
mug.
Evangelion.
I'm like, I don't know if I'm saying that right. I've watched
Yeah.
the first episode and was like, this seems dark.
It
I
is.
didn't watch it all.
It's not like it's not Elfen Lied dark.
Okay. My friends were like, hey, you should watch this really cute magical girl anime. Like, I was like 5. It was the one with the little cute little, like, cat thing. And I'm like,
That's Madoka.
that's it. And I was like, is this cute? Is it? And then, like, an episode in, I was like, is it? And I just kept like, you lied. Nope. Big, hard, no.
I have been lied
Don't
to.
Fuck out of it. So good. But it was not what they said it was.
Oh, are you spending money to send a message? Pardon me while I do the same with ritual casting animal messenger. This snail says he'll take your message.
Snail mail.
It will be there in approximately 3.5 years.
Okay.
That's why Juliet died. Let's be honest.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
snail mail.
You can send that message.
Cool.
Ow! I didn't do it.
I don't believe you.
I didn't do it. I swear. I did not hit my foot on the desk.
Okay. When we finish shoving this piece of pie in my face, and we'll...
I want pie. Oh.
I still haven't found my pie. Every time I go to America, I try a new pie, and I'm like, no, this is not my pie.
What is your pie?
I don't know. I'm trying to find it.
Have you had lemon pie?
No, not yet.
Key lime pie?
No. It's good.
Lemon
peach-
pie.
Yeah,
Pecan. Pecan.
Pecan?
Human pie.
Have you had a?
It depends on what part of the South you're in on what that's
It-
called.
Some of my family says pecan,
Mm-mm.
and then some of my family says pecan. I
That
say
part of
it
the
the
family is
normal
wrong.
way. Pecan.
You're wrong. Pecan.
You're wrong.
Say
Pecan.
pecan
No.
as well.
Alright, campaign over.
You know what? You're saying pecan wrong, just like you say GIF wrong.
Oh, I didn't realize that images were peanut butter related.
As someone who lives near the GIF factory, no, you're wrong.
Didn't realize GIF made the same sound as JIF.
Look, man, the English language is weird.
Ich weiß.
So
Try
the
Welsh.
What?
No thanks.
Try Welsh.
Oh, I'm already trying Irish. No.
Alright, I'm gonna turn this down. This is loud.
Aha!
I don't know why my YouTube suddenly got a lot louder, but it did.
YouTube.
Okay. Let me pull up a character sheet,
Mm-mm.
and we will get started.
Not allowed.
This is when Nico comes in and blows us all up.
Never see it coming.
Now I'm gonna have to play that song. Damn it.
Good. It's a good song.
You and your obsession with Persona recently.
I've been playing it.
You tempted fate, and fate answered back.
Why? Why are we reversing gravity? It's an important point, I think, and we should know.
That's what she wanted to do to one of my bosses.
Hey, my other plan worked, so either spell was good enough.
Yeah,
Can't hit me if you can't walk on the ground, fucker.
that's what you think.
Alright.
I just realized my shirt looks like the exact reverse of Ari's shirt right now.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
We're twinsies!
Hell yeah!
Congratulations.
No, you're just Faye. Both of you.
This is true.
Are just fairy fucks.
Very.
Oh,
You fairy.
real
fuck.
quick, I'm working with Maddie on making a merch store, so there's gonna be Fae themed T-shirts on his store soon.
Hell yeah.
And one that's just a collage of Sophie.
The other one's just gonna be like the Doge face, except it's just gonna be Sophie.
I'll demand that Derby appear in there on occasion.
Derby, it'll be like, where's Waldo? And you gotta find Derby.
Find Derby and Sophie.
Alright, so you guys get up in the morning. Nilo,
It's a bunch of Sophies and Annies. And
you feel
Yeah.
great.
Derby in there.
What's up?
You feel great. It's a good day.
Woof.
Did you sleep in your shifted form?
Woof.
Okay, there's plenty of room. They gave you a big enough room to where you could do that. It's a nice, huge bed you can just curl up on. It's the best dog bed ever. You've never slept on a bed this soft.
Why do I picture that he has all that and he still sleeps in the garden anyways?
Find him outside on the veranda asleep.
Yep.
The sound of the
Probably.
ocean calms me.
Huh, this bed's real nice. Not as good as the earth though. Jump out of the window.
You do know your rooms are about 200 feet up on the top of the cliff, and then there's the cliff
Okay.
that goes down too.
I will
You've got a balcony outside your room.
I will go down the stairs, find the garden, and then jump out of the window to the garden.
Okay, that works. There's a garden on the balcony.
Oh,
You're
good
laying
luck.
on Oberon's precious flowers.
Well, they're so precious because they give me comfort.
They give you life.
Yes.
They bring you to life.
Yep. And I'm about to be executed for it.
It's okay. Oberon likes you.
He'll only execute half of you.
Nora. Nora,
You like that for him so much. Never shift back.
Hey, Fox stays in at halftime anyway. Nora, you had a dream last night. And you were home.
Don't do this to me.
Oh no.
Nora, you had a dream last night and you were home. And everything
At
was
home or
at home. At home, at home, at home. And
so cruel.
everyone was there. Everyone was alive. Everyone was there. The young prince hadn't been kidnapped yet. You were standing guard duty in the court with your love, sitting in his special place. And then everything just looks decayed all of a sudden. Everything decays and kind of withers away. Except for him. He's still nice and perfect, except for he's not looking at you anymore.
That hurts. That hurts.
And then you wake up.
You bitch.
Why are you hurting your wife like that, Ori?
Because I know what buttons to push.
I'm pretty sure she can do them right back, though.
I know.
Absolutely.
Gonna be upset and in tears.
But seeing the night court uniform on Fox kind of brought things back a little bit. Twigs, you have another little note on your pillow this morning.
Okay.
It appears that Cyril may have paid off the servants to keep leaving you little notes that he made.
Okay.
Oh, that's so cute. Though.
This one's a little, like, whale that he made out of paper. Like, a little origami whale.
Oh.
And it's got a little water spout coming out of its head with a little heart scale on top of it. He's trying really hard. He's trying really hard. And that's all it is. It's just a little whale with a heart at the top.
That's adorable.
You know what? I'm actually kind of impressed with this one.
On the bottom of it says, "Well, you love me," but it's whale.
Why?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Just Twix. It's such a kind of. God damn it.
He's hurt, Ori. He's hurt.
Yeah, but we're all having a whale of a time.
No.
Oberon just cackles from somewhere in the castle. Speaking of Oberon,
Why do you encourage him?
Septimus, you if you wake up, you see the note this morning.
If you wake up.
If you wake
That's
up,
nice,
bad
everybody.
news,
Like,
okay.
nice playing with you all. I'll roll a new character though.
When God misspeaks. Whoops.
I was gonna say, assume that she or Septimus wakes up and Oberon's in bed.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Septimus, you wake up about an hour before everyone else. And on the little note, it says, "Come have breakfast with me."
Yeah, okay.
Flipping it over.
And then on the
like-
back it says, "Really though, come have breakfast with me. I'm serious, please."
Just keep flipping it like this guy is trying way too hard and I am down.
And then on the back is "please" with a little like sad noise, and then on the other side it's a paw print or part of one.
Oh, that's so cute. No. Okay. Septimus is going.
As you go down the hall, you flip it again, and then you see an asterisk, sad whining noises.
Okay.
Oh, it's italicized. He's serious.
Yeah, it's from Pum Pum.
Oh, Pum Pum.
Even though I'm pretty sure for it to be Pum Pum. Oh yeah, it's only part of one. If it was the phone, it would be a giant fucking card.
Yeah, it's just like you can tell it's part of a paw print, but like he couldn't fit all of it on his own little card that he's got. So Oberon's like, you get the image in your head that Oberon's like, "Sit still, damn it!" Just like smacking them.
As it's just like trying
I
to.
thought this was a good idea at the time. Never tried to put a dog in a bath, have you?
Never tried to paint a dog's foot and then put it on a thing.
Yeah, nice picture Pum Pum is just mobbing fucking over.
Pinterest makes it look so easy. It's not. But
Why does that sound like that's come from experience, Ori?
because I've tried it. It doesn't work when you've got a very light colored dog and blood red paint on one foot and really bright green paint on the other foot.
Oh, poor Jovi.
How messy was the aftermath?
Her feet were stained for about a week.
Oh, poor Jovi. Anyways.
But yeah. Septimus, you head down the hallway and you head towards where you think Oberon's room is at.
I'll just start sending a message like, you never actually gave me very specific instructions about where to meet you for this apparent breakfast.
Follow the trail of roses.
Literally a trail of roses outside Septimus's room.
Because this is Septimus, and he will not have seen that, he will now look down and be like, "Oh, motherfucker."
Huh, this path of roses must be telling me where not to go.
It's leading you to V's room.
Just clearly
Inside the roses, you see letters just sprinkled on the floors. "Don't touch the goddamn kelpies." No,
Apparently Nico is an anti-Kelpie activist now.
He is. Nico hates those things. But yeah, you follow the roses down the hallway, and you don't go to Oberon's room because he's not ready for that yet. No, he leads you to
Bullshit, isn't it?
Oberon's being good right now, okay?
Yeah,
He leads you to-
He can be ready for it at any time.
Good.
Not to be.
The roses lead you out to what is his private veranda. There's some chairs and some nice tables. You know the scene from like Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit where Galadriel and Elrond and Gandalf are all sitting outside in their nice little pretty. That's what it looks like.
Okay.
And there's food laid out on the table, and Oberon is. Hold up. I gotta pose this one out.
Of course you do.
Oberon is like.
That's it.
Of course he is.
That hurt me.
Oh, don't hurt yourself, Ori.
It's worth it for the pain and the humor.
And Pump's trying to interfere, so he's like trying to push Pum Pum.
He's like trying to be majestic, and Pum Pum's like head up right here, like trying to shove his head up under his leg. He's like, no, just like, as you walk up, he's like, no, goddammit, stop!
Damn it!
He's got like a mimosa in one hand, he's like batting away the gray render with the other one. Oh! Hello.
Septimus will just like literally arch an eyebrow and go, yep.
Yeah, I just picture he gets in that pose for a second, and then Pum Pum's paw just smacks him in the face by accident. Just...
Looking as radiant as ever, Your Majesty. Oh wait, that's not my accent. Hang on. Looking as radiant as ever, Your Majesty.
Did you say that in character? Like that's not my accent.
It's kind of funny if you did.
No.
Oberon's just like, have a drink. Let's have breakfast.
Okay. I just out of curiosity, that lovely little trinket you sent me, can I actually respond to that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, that would have been nice to know.
But it was funny watching you flip it back and forth. It was.
Oh, you can see me.
No.
No.
Insight check.
Must you even?
No.
No, this is Septimus. Like, he'll probably fail.
I mean, maybe.
Oh shit.
Hold up, I need different dice for this one. I've been using my Night King dice. I don't want to use those for Oberon.
Do you have Oberon specific dice?
No, I need to get Oberon specific dice.
Ugh.
We'll use my Fey dice. That I got from Tabletop Loot.
What did you roll?
A 1. No!
That is a very clever trick, Your Highness, and I would be happy if you could teach me that, so that it is reciprocal. I am a fan of equivalent exchange.
I love this already.
Oh no.
This is gonna be a disaster.
Oh my god.
Absolutely. And
Disaster.
we kind of want it to be, don't we?
Oh god, yes.
Choo choo, all aboard the train wreck.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be beautiful.
Listen, Oberon needs love, okay?
No, he does. It's just, this is probably the best outcome of all of us.
I'm glad I didn't go a different direction with Oberon at this point. He nods, he goes, he knows you saw through his shit. He's like,
No.
that was more GM saying no than Oberon, but it works, so whatever.
yeah, I assume the one that he rolled, that's kind of how he plays it off. Just,
It wasn't just 1-1.
Oh.
Oh no.
Perfect.
1 in 400. That balances out fucking baddies.
I hate you both, you're grounded. No,
You tell me what to do, Mom.
if you've seen Good Omens, if you've
Not
seen
if I want to, Mom.
if you've seen Good Omens and knows what Crowley does to his houseplants, that's what's gonna happen to these two dice. I'm
The
gonna,
dice will quiver and shake.
I'm gonna break my garbage disposal. But so he looks at you and he kind of snaps his fingers and music starts playing out of nowhere. It's lovely music, nice uppity music for the morning. It's not like let's go to the bedroom music. It's just nice, like pleasant morning music.
Ambience
Yeah.
music.
He's just like music. He likes that spell a lot. Him and Robin.
Music.
But she tells you to come over and have a seat.
Sprawl.
Come
A
on.
little bit more elegantly than he has sprawled. Because I don't have a dog jumping up on top of me.
A giant dog at that.
Yeah.
Oberon is still like
Giant
batting the
monster
thing
dog.
away with his
Oh,
other.
you're talking about Oberon. I thought you were talking about me.
He's like, alright, well, this is gonna take some getting used to. Sit down! He's just like, stop it! He snaps his fingers, gets a giant bone, and just throws it off the veranda. And the thing launches off the veranda down into the gardens. Alright, now that we're alone.
Mhm.
Where I'm sleeping?
Yep! And
It's fucking impact crater.
Nyla's head just shoots up.
the flowers are tall enough to where you're below the top of them. So like when he lands and you just see this burst of pollen and then your head just pops up above the flowers. That's a new one. So now Oberon just like, alright. So you just write what you want on it and then flip it.
Just write something down and then flip it.
His card is blank and he flips it over and it says what you wrote.
Interesting.
But then you don't, honestly, you don't really have to write down anything on it. You can just think it onto the card.
Oh.
See, look, watch. And he like, he licks his finger and pokes the card. And then you can flip yours over.
I flip it. Is
It's-
it like a boop?
It's got a
It's just-
word. It just says boop.
Interesting. Well, this will make contacting you much easier than sending messages.
And there's no limit, but you've got limited space, so if you want to send a long one, you've got to keep flipping it, and
Oh, that would explain the many messages then.
yeah, the final one, look, he got a hold of my card.
I thought it was very endearing, to be honest.
Okay, then it was intentional.
Okay, I lied.
Faye.
You're just getting slobbered and licked all over right now.
Oh.
Hey?
Yep. He wants to play. He's doing the dog play pose.
Alright, fine.
Alright. Is there anything you would like to ask Oberon?
My brother was apparently working for a resistance, which I have a feeling that you know something of. I'm trying to figure out what happened exactly to my brother to ensure that justice is served. If you can point me in the right direction of anybody who might have been in touch with, well, he kind of looked like this, but you know, less handsome and charming and amazing and smart. He was a lot wiser. Then I would be very appreciative. Also, you do know that you and your father have got chains around you, right? That is something you are aware of.
His expression changes slightly when you say this. To something slightly dark passes over his expression, but then he quickly just tries to go back to what it was.
Interesting. I am not a fan of magic being used against other people. So if I find anything to dispel that, Your Majesty, I will find that out for you.
He, pulls out a dagger that's got that symbol on it. And he sets it on the table. And pushes it towards you.
I dig it.
It is iron with the symbol is inlaid into the blade with ashwood. If you want to help me, Go stick that in the Day King.
Stick it. I'd rather stick it something else somewhere else, but we'll talk about that later.
He just kind of looks at you and he's like, I see what you're selling, and I'm buying.
Stick it in the Day King dagger iron.
If you want to find out what happened to your brother, I do not know, but you may speak with the Resistance. Mithriel is in charge, but he's not here right now. Robin is also in charge, but he's also not here right now. So, speak with Fox.
Oh, is that the little rabbit's companion?
A little bit more, I would think, but that's not my place.
The eternal soulmate that if you ever were ripped apart, it would rend your heart open and you would scream a sorrowful death. That one.
Yes, that one. And he kind of looks a little sad at that.
Oh.
He looks a little sad. You get the sense that he's not found that person yet.
Aww.
Or that he hasn't acted on it.
Don't worry, Your Majesty. Everybody finds their one, right? Isn't that what they all say?
He just...
Or several along the way.
He touches his card.
I flip it.
Uh-oh.
Send in private messages over here.
Uh-oh.
Did you just flip me off? But why?
Also, stick it in the Day King is now going on Septimus's to-do list.
I mean, if you're adventurous enough, you can stick it in the Day King while you're sticking it in the Day King. Just saying.
That's dark.
Day King's all the way down. Oh, there's a message. Well, Your Majesty, if I can ever help with that, please let me know.
Or his expression. Oh boy. Getting awful close to the camera there, Ori.
What's he smell like?
He smells like roses.
I don't know.
Yeah,
What's that? Dead?
I'm never gonna live that down.
No, you're not.
Ever. And I didn't mean to be a weirdo, it just happened.
When in your right mind thought to put your mouth right next to Mike, go, what's he smell like?
No! Real quick to explain, I was leaning close to my computer doing something. The mic is right next to my face, so I just turned and said, what do you smell like?
Ori, you can explain it as many times as you want.
And it won't ever not be funny.
Yep.
I do have a quick question though. Am I hearing any of this conversation with wolf ears?
No, you're being assaulted by a dog right
Fair
now.
enough.
Oberon writes something else on the paper, and you can incite him if you want before you do that.
Okay.
If you want.
Nah. It's like,
You caught him slipping once, he's not gonna do it again.
yeah. I got a +1. It's like he ain't a wise boy.
That's fine, we got 2 other people in
There. Okay, so that's what it says. I just got a wink face. Alright.
Septimus just kind of nods and goes, alright then.
Okay, V.
Yes, hi.
It's morning time, dearie. So you wake up. Fox is.
Fox apparently was practicing a very weird accent. Do you like? No.
I was trying to talk in my shifter form. It didn't work.
Foxes can't talk.
It just sounds like high pitched whining.
Weird garbled noises.
Yeah.
So he's not in bed when you wake up.
Okay.
He is outside on the patio with a notebook and some pieces of straight paper, and he's just writing and studying. And he's got a cup of tea next to him with some breakfast.
Bee's gonna go up to him. She is going to try to stealth because she wants to see what he's reading or writing in the notebook. Nope. He smells her instantly.
Yeah, he hears you.
Yeah.
He kind of just smirks a bit. Doesn't look up, keeps doing what he's doing. I'm not hiding anything. It's the same thing I've been studying. You don't have to sneak, little rabbit.
Still need to scare you for what you did a couple of weeks ago.
I have no idea what I did.
You put your nose in my face while I was asleep, and it scared the crap out of me.
It's just like, boop! And goes back to what he was doing. I'm just reading on the stuff for the wizard so I can talk to him when Echo finds him.
I'm just wondering, can I see a certain wolf being assaulted by a dog from where I am?
Yeah,
Or
you
am
can
I-
see it. It's about on it's on the same level as Oberon's rooms where you're at.
Yeah.
So the garden is probably 2 floors down.
And also probably fucked up.
The flowers are destroyed. There's a gardener standing there and having a heart attack. There's some nymphs that are just looking at Nilo. The same nymph that went and buried the bird is just sitting there screaming about the
Nature
flowers.
is brutal, kids.
Vee's just gonna look at Roth and then look back at the mess that's below where she is. She's like, how can you study with all that noise and that terrible, terrible screaming?
I have had to sit and endure a bunch of noises and screaming in Nidius's dungeons. I don't think that this is going to bother me. It's just pups playing, it's fine.
It doesn't look much like playing. It looks like he's being assaulted by Pom Pom.
So that's playing.
How does
But
that
if-
make you feel?
If you're concerned, I'll go stop it.
Yeah. Vee's just gonna nod. It's like,
He picks up a rock out of his bag and just stands at the edge of the balcony and launches it. What is his dex? Okay. Oh no.
Yeah. there we go.
Why are you like this, Fox? He's gonna
What'd you
die
do?
in combat because he can't roll for shit. He takes this rock and he launches it, but instead of it like arcing down and going and hitting one of the two
Straight down.
wolves, he launches it too high, and
It
it
hits the
bounces
wolf.
off the bounces off the ceiling and hits him in the forehead.
Vee's just gonna she's just gonna like instantly start laughing, doesn't stop, and it causes her to shift into a rabbit. And you just see this, like, he will just see this tiny little rabbit on her back, just laughing. Or making, like, squeaky sounds, obviously, because he can't talk, but, like, it's definitely a rabbit laughing.
He just looks very frustrated now. picks the rock up, walks over to where he's holding it where it won't hit him in the head, and then throws it down. And it lands on Pum Pum's head. Not hard enough to hurt him, just to kind of knock him back a little bit. And he looks up and he just does the most pathetic whine he possibly could do. He's probably gonna go back and tell Oberon on you.
Patty, someone hurt me.
He kind of like tucks his knot. He has no tail. He just has like a stump, like a Roddy, and sticks his little stump between his legs and just scurries off. Climbs up the side of the building and goes inside Oberon's veranda. And you just, Septimus, you just see him emerge from the side of the veranda and just land on top of Oberon, whining and being pathetic.
Being an overdramatic baby.
Nilo, having that ended, will look around and see that he's fucked up the garden and just go, oh no, and start using Druidcraft and try and...
You better fix that shit.
Yep, fix that shit up.
The nymph is like freaking out at this point.
You're destroying the sacred flowers!
You're destroying the sacred flowers!
Look, kid, nature's brutal. Things die.
But you keep destroying sacred things, you oaf! And she just like throws her hands up and walks away.
It's the same one.
You killed the bird, you killed the flowers. You're just as bad as that goddamn Eladrin who likes to goddamn kelpies.
Look. It's the rules of nature.
She's like 3 feet tall, and she is giving you the stink eye right now.
Yep. Okay, fine, I'm sorry.
That's what the Eladrin said before we burned down the tree.
I will attempt to Druidcraft one of the flowers that I utterly destroyed and give it to her.
Roll persuasion.
Persuasion, +1.
Hey, that's 3 better than what I got.
She looks at you. She kind of reaches up and yanks it out of your hands real quick. She like holds it protectively. Fix it. She leaves.
Fine. And I'll cast plant growth.
Okay. After the shenanigans of the morning and nightmares and whatever else has happened in the morning, you guys can all meet down in...
Now overgrown.
Oh, I'm gonna have some fun.
Oh, wait, shit. Oh, yeah, Halgrim.
Fuck.
Peony comes back to you hesitantly. Papa?
What?
Papa?
Yes, Peony.
Candy, Papa? He's like stands up on his little back legs and is like...
Is Arella around at this moment?
No.
Okay, fine, but you only get one.
2, Papa, 2.
I'm gonna roll an insight check. I'm going to give myself disadvantage because of what I've established already.
I like this kid.
5. Okay, fine, throw.
3, Papa, 3. Peony's an asshole.
It's because he knows he can get away with it from Helgrim.
Okay, 2, Papa. And he takes it, and he just like takes it and then disappears. He goes invisible, you can't see him anymore, he's gone. There's a letter from Robin on the table saying that they made it.
Okay, that's good.
Safely. There was a few bumps, but they're safe.
That's good.
Asher hasn't murdered anyone yet.
I hope not.
Ibeorn is as frozen as ever. But yeah, you guys all meet back at the castle in the morning after you've done your morning activities.
Can I actually pull Septimus to the side for a second?
Oh no.
Hello.
Okay. Hey, Twigs is just gonna like stare at the ground like angry sorta. Are you good with puns?
Kind of, yes. And I've read the dictionary backwards and forwards. I had a very interesting childhood when my brothers went trying to kill me. You know, the usual.
Yeah. Normal family stuff.
Yeah.
I want to write a note to someone, but I'm kind of bad when it comes to making puns. I really don't like them, but it's kind of important that I send a really good tree-related pun to this person or plant.
Tree, plant. So I've got plants and trees to work with. It's a shame you don't go with like a sea theme, because then you could say I'm utterly in love with you, which would just be perfect.
Well, the thing is, it's supposed to be like me, and obviously
in a
I'm
poem.
not a sea-based nymph.
I hate to see you leaf.
I will use that. Thank you.
The dog disapproves.
The dog disapproves indeed.
Sophie.
Twix just like begrudgingly writes it and kind of like
Pum.
like almost like convulses at
And how many points of damage do you take?
He just writes on his
What
arm
did he write down?
the pun that Septimus said.
I didn't hear it. Sophie was being obnoxious.
I hate to see you leaf.
And he's just like disgusted with himself when he does it too. Yeah, thank you. I'll use that. And yeah.
Is this somebody you like?
It's he kind of gets nervous and like blushes for a second, but then he retains his composure. And he's like, "It's for my dying mother." And can you roll another deception? 18.
Oh wow. That pun is
It's just like looks at you goes like
incredibly dark. For my dying mother, I hate to see you.
I hate to see you leave. Like he just kind of looks at you really sadly, like maybe don't use that one for your dying mother.
She has a good sense of humor about things.
I mean, that's good. Do you need to talk about this?
No, it's fine. I'm perfectly I've seen someone about it. Me and my mother, who is dying currently. But we had it said. I wouldn't worry about it. She just really likes puns. She's more on the macabre sense of humor, so she'll probably love it. So
This has been a really odd morning.
Yeah, a little.
Are you hiding the whale or the other little card? Is the whale visible?
Is this my room?
No, you're out. Like, you guys are down in the common room now, like the common area.
Okay, I think I would have taken the well with me, but I would have pinned the other one up somewhere. Like, kind of like how somebody, like, pins something, like a drawing on the fridge.
Cool.
Yeah, so the rooms that you have right now are, at the moment, are the rooms that Oberon's gonna let you guys use while you're staying here, so you can leave stuff in there.
Okay.
The whale's coated in like a protective material that it will, when it gets wet, it won't like melt.
Yeah.
And there's a little hole in it to where you could tie like a string on it if you wanted to put it around your neck. So if you have it on you and displayed, you guys can see it.
I would say he has it on him, but he has it concealed because obviously he doesn't want anybody to see the very embarrassing whale card that he has from his boyfriend.
Well, you love me. Now I've got to look up a bunch of puns because now that's going to be canon. Cyril's going to communicate in nothing but puns. Except for when he's there, then he'll speak normally. But
Fizz is gonna try to break the silence. Should we get going?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'll try and think of some more sad tree puns, I guess.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
It wasn't iron that's killing your mother, right?
What? Wait, what?
Like, because you're... Huh. And Septimus is just going to keep going, I'm not wise.
how many times are you going to lie to people this session, Twix?
I just, like... I kind of made this character for lying, is the thing.
I know.
So I want to get mileage out of it. In
Well,
every other campaign, I never lie, so...
You've got one character who will believe you with everything, so you're on the right track.
Well, two actually, considering Septimus's insight. Twigs is good at talking of bullshit. Septimus probably more often than not just be like, yeah, okay, that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, okay.
Sounds about right.
So Roth and Oberon come in to the room now at this point. Roth stayed behind a bit to talk to Oberon. After you had your laughing fit, he kind of just went and talked to Oberon.
He's holding another like laugh.
His forehead's a bit red. Brother Rocket.
Like, she's gonna notice that it's still like a little bit red, and she's going to make a snorting sound. But then instantly just kind of like, nope, don't laugh.
Roth, as he comes into the room, Nilo looks at you, says, "You're welcome," and then keeps going.
Did you hurt yourself, friend?
Nope.
You got a red mark on your head. I can heal it for you.
Nope. I'm not hurt. Not physically.
He's gonna like,
Not dead yet.
I understand. I'm
background.
sorry. There's nothing I can do for our wounded pride.
No, it's not that. Just look like a dumbass. Alright, so, are you alright? He looks at Nora.
I'm just really confused on what's going on.
As am I 90% of the time.
Oh, so the garden might be incredibly overgrown now. Sorry about that.
I heard the nymph screaming.
There is one
Oh.
nymph that is absolutely terrifying.
Was that what that was?
Yes.
Alright, well, I'm going to go down and speak to the prisoner, so I will, yup, and he just goes. Oberon's just sitting there, like, pleased with himself. He's gone and sat down in the chair and is kicked back like this, the dog
Perhaps
stretching behind him.
consider wearing a headband or something, cover up that mark.
No!
as Roth's leaving, V's gonna message it to him and go, "Don't hit your head again."
Didn't mean to the first time. Gravity is a thing.
You should have casted reverse gravity before you threw that rock.
I will rewind time and take back everything I just did for you, Wolf.
Sorry.
I could have left you there, but I, being a fellow shifter, thought, well, I should help my brother out and get him away from being assaulted by the strange
Somehow
dog.
I don't think that's what you were thinking.
He looks at V.
V's just shaking her head. She's like, "No, I asked for the interruption.
I knew it.
Something hilarious happened."
Alright, so Oberon just kicks back in a chair, and he just finds a chair in the common room and just kicks back. This is still the. What? This is still.
Sophie in the corner.
Work.
What? This is still his private common room, so nobody's coming and going but servants.
So Sophie represents Pom Pom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Bitch.
Really?
But Oberon says, "Oh, you lot go on down. I don't know that it's a good idea for me to be present for whatever you're going to do. Just don't kill him."
V's gonna hold her tongue.
Not yet. Don't kill him yet.
Can you define kill?
Nope, just don't make him not alive anymore. Just go
Understood.
He just picks up his mimosa and keeps drinking.
I picture it's bottomless. He just drinks from it.
Yeah, it just refills itself.
Now is it a mimosa or is it just orange juice?
You get down the stairs. The prisoner is awake. He's not happy. They didn't heal him much. They healed him enough to where he wouldn't die immediately, so...
Immediately.
We healed
I
everything except the internal bleeding. You're on a time clock, my friend.
I think V probably would have gone ahead and walked a little bit faster than everybody else just to get there. She would have walked in and just kind of waved and didn't say anything till people kept caught up.
I'm gonna look at Twigs and just be like, I feel like you're a people person and you should probably do the talking, because I seem to implicitly trust everything you tell me.
I know, like, well, I'm kind of, like, really good with people, as you can...
You really are.
Yeah, I'm more into talking sense. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind talking sense into this person. Would any of my compatriots want to bring any suggestions to the table of what we should do to this gentleman before I start talking?
Just real quick, we've got about 10 minutes before I have to call it, so...
Okay.
Well, knowing that we'd probably have to talk to someone today, I prepared a charming spell, just in case it might work.
Okay, that's nice. Couldn't... What's your... Helgrim. Can you do a weird tentacle thing?
Possibly. Why?
You know, I was just thinking, he might be more willing to talk if he's, you know, a little restrained and can't seem to have any movement.
I don't know if I can do that much.
Or can you at least like spook him a little bit, or you know?
I can try.
He does owe me, so we can possibly get a question out of him, but
Okay.
it also means I owe him as well.
You want to lead with that?
I would prefer using it as a last resort. He knows that we owe each other, and I would rather it in not to use it right now unless I need.
Don't give anything away that you can't afford to ever lose.
Exactly.
Okay. So I guess I'll just walk in.
They don't let you open the doors just yet.
Okay. Hey, buddy. How you doing? A little ragged.
He's sitting with his back to the door. Or kind of sideways to the door. He's sitting back up against the wall, like...
Loki style, tossing the thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
We're just you know, a little curious. Maybe want a little bit more information if you wouldn't mind sharing. Oh, do you have something to say, or?
He just looks at you. Looks
Okay,
back
then.
at what he's tossing up in the air.
The way I see it is that we have, how many people do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 people with completely different abilities and ways to potentially torture you. I know that one guy does weird plant stuff, so maybe he can like have vines grow in your innards or something cool like that. I don't know if he'd actually do that, but I guess I could ask him. But we're just wondering if you can maybe answer some questions, or if you don't want to, we could just go down the row of people and find different ways to torture you.
Helgrim V. Roll me perception checks on what he's tossing up in the air.
Okay.
Okay.
18.
20.
He's tossing up what looks like a Sentinel's amulet. And he keeps tossing it and then rubbing the stone, tossing it and then rubbing the stone.
We know what, which sentinels? Like, Night Court?
No,
Day Court?
definitely not any of the night courts. It is a pink colored stone, which pink with a gold filigree around it, so it's more than likely spring, which would fit the uniform he was wearing. And he just keeps tossing it, and he's not answering any questions. He's not talking. He just keeps tossing it and then rubbing it, tossing it, rubbing it.
You know, I don't think it's very kind to be ignoring people. Perhaps we should confiscate his little toy.
Speaking of, would it be possible for me to use Panther's ability to make a shadow whip to basically grab that out of the air while he's throwing it and bring it out?
You can make a dex check.
Or I could just do Mage Hand.
Yeah, you could do Mage Hand, but this is more immediate. I just have to.
Let me take the stone.
I gotta pull up Panther's stats.
Oh, that's right. I need to make you guys separate sheets for them.
Would it be a dex check using Panthers?
Yours, since you're controlling it.
Oh, okay. Nat 20.
Ooh.
Hey.
Hold on.
Okay. You get it, and you bring it through the bars. Do you keep it in the shadow, or do you take it in your hand?
Good question.
V's gonna signal to her, to her,
Oh, I hand it off to you?
and hand it to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do
so-
you take it in your hand?
V will take it in her hand.
Oh
Here comes
no.
the make a saving throw.
Yeah.
Here comes
know.
the corruption.
But I'm kind of hoping that, in a way, this gets Nactix's attention, because he didn't want her involved in the first place. So.
He doesn't want you involved, but you don't know why he didn't want you involved.
Yeah.
He also did try to kill you.
Oh, he tried to kill the fox. He hit me one. Oh wait, no, I don't think he actually hit me. It was the other thing. It was the ghost thing.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Bad news, you're dead.
Woo!
Oh,
Actually,
Lordy.
no, not woo, because
Okay. I need you to make me a
Let's say
Mhm. Yeah, I need you to make me a charisma save.
Yeah, no.
Is this a? Oh, it's a creature. Never mind, I can't do it.
Fine. Yeah, I'm not.
That's
Alright,
bad.
V, you take the amulet, and first of all, it kind of sparks a little bit when you touch it. You feel like there's... Pilgrim, you know that there's a failsafe on it, but you don't know how the Spring Court does theirs.
Right.
Night Courts will just destroy itself.
yeah, I picture Pilgrim as like as she's grabbing it, he's just like, wait, shit.
if yours, so you know that yours will just disintegrate and be useless.
Yeah.
You don't know how other courts use theirs. This one, she touches it, it disintegrates, but it has a little spark first, a green spark, like that sickly green spark that you are very familiar with, V.
Okay.
Oh no.
And you don't notice anything happen. The rest of you, however, you see... V, do you already have dark vision?
Let me just check. No.
You do now. So you touch it, and as she touches it, you guys, it disintegrates, but then her eyes go from just like with the pupil and the white, and they just go solid black. And then there's a little tiny pinpoint in each eye of green, like bright, sickly green. And I'll send you what's wrong with you.
Yeah, I think I have a suspicion of what's wrong with me.
Yeah, I'm not liking this.
This
Bad.
is gonna be fun.
Your personality doesn't change. Nothing changes. You do gain 1 point of corruption, though.
Okay.
God damn it.
Write that down.
Instinctively reaches towards the short sword and dagger on his belt.
And he just smirks and starts laughing a bit. Fox notices this last and starts, a little low growl comes out of him, but he doesn't do anything yet. You guys can keep going. I'm just telling her what's wrong with her.
Yeah. It's more just trying to figure out.
How healthy is the prisoner?
He's not gonna go down if you hit him once or twice. They didn't heal him fully, but
I had something different in mind. I don't know if I should do it though.
Oh boy.
No.
What if a swarm of rats started fighting him? I think he could survive that.
That's hit hard.
Yeah.
Forgot to do that. Touch myself.
Don't do that yet.
well, I'll say that you did that when you got up in the morning. If you want to just say you did it when you got up.
Okay.
Nothing bad, nothing terribly bad. Just an advantage and a disadvantage all in one.
Yeah, I just don't like that.
Well, think about it. It is a day court amulet that has been tampered with. It's gonna have an opposite effect to what it actually stands for.
I still don't like it. Not in any case, but
It gives the day court an advantage against you.
yeah.
But yeah,
I think a good time to stop us now because
we're past time, but
yeah.
yeah, we are past time, so I ran a little bit late just because we started a little bit late. But I'm fine for now. I've got time to still go get the kid. But yeah, we're gonna call it there, and we'll start the interrogation next week. Who were we missing next week?
Me.
Okay, it'll be okay.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
I don't really have much in the way of making people talk with intimidation, considering
Yeah, so it's fine.
considering my fantastic -2.
It's not Tira. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but
You will talk to us right now. You will tell us what you have done. -1 and a 0.
Why are you talking to the rock there?
Why are you hiccuping?
I mean, yeah, but that's
All
what
right.
for Helgrim is just he doesn't make the threats. He just shoots people.
But yeah, we are gonna call it there. We will be back next week. Ah, my dice, they go away. And we will be a few minutes late next week, you guys, because I get off work at 2 this month, so we'll be about 10-15 minutes late. So just, you guys show up normal time, get situated, and I'll just come in, pop everything on, and then we'll go.
If the overlay doesn't shit itself again.
Hopefully it shouldn't. The way I've got it set up, it should be fine. I didn't do it right last time, so. But yeah, thank you, chat, for watching. We will be back next week.
So yeah.
We do have Curse of Strahd Saturday night, and I'll have some other streams this week too, so. Bye!
Bye.
Bye.
Games.